Hold on, wait, Jack. Gene on this couch has said that, that he used to chase Diddy Puffy up the streets. Don't you feel like that in itself would psychologically make a man become a monster? I used to get bullied and picked on.
Not really.
Now I got the money to...
I hear what you're saying, but even still, bullying is one thing. This nigga is sick.
I don't know.
We're just talking about
I don't know what that is.
Assault. Somebody was just telling a story the other day. Said they went to a Diddy party and they ended up getting drugged, and when they woke up, they seen him. He was going in on somebody else, and they was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" He was like, "This was you last night."
Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
Who's?
So, yeah, let me ask you a question. This is just for
you just running around drugging people, socking them in a jail, and popping them in their ass. Like, what is going on?
Damn, combo breaker. Shit. Jet, let me ask you the mentality, and I just want your psychology behind it. When we talked last time on the virtual, you mentioned who's on tapes and who got tapes out.
Yeah.
The purpose of having a recorded freak off.
Yeah.
What does that do for the male? What does that do for the female? Like, some females are cool with it. What is the thought behind that as far as, let's record this session and either rewatch, keep it for sale? Is it evidence? Is it just, like, what is the mentality behind having
if you can
the
own
visual
someone's
memory
sexuality,
of it?
Their vulnerability, if you can own that, you have the ability to control and manipulate that person. See, guys start off by saying, "Ooh, you sexy, man. I don't want to watch porn. I just want to watch us fuck." See, that's the line.
That's the line.
Wouldn't you rather me be watching us than watching a bunch of other bitches? See, the finesse, that fluff. You so sexy. Do you really want me watching anybody else but you? I could look at you all day. Vanity. See? Make her feel special. Make her feel like she's the only, the object. Meanwhile, this nigga is sitting here thinking, so her daddy works at Sony and I need such and such's contract ended.
Does it also work this way for men?
Absolutely. And it's worse for the men. Women are used to being the victims of sexual, not men. No man walks in thinking that another man is looking at him like a lollipop. Not a straight man. You are only hip to the shit that you hip to. You know what I mean? Which is why you hear so many people say they went to Diddy parties and they felt like something was off and decided to leave, or they got invited to another room and they decided to go because they felt like it wasn't right, or whatever the case may be. These motherfuckers is literally walking in there not thinking. Seriously, but the thing is, they were still willing to take the chance to go because everybody's been hearing these whispers. Where is Tyson Beckford right now? And why is nobody talking about how after his stint at Russell Simmons and Diddy parties in the Hamptons, he went into pure drug addiction and now it's just disappeared. He's not acting. What is Tyson Beckford doing? He was one of the biggest figures in the modeling world. Matter of fact, we see a lot of supermodels that keep coming and going and coming and going. And there's just a few that stay. But of the women, Naomi Campbell is something special for a dinosaur.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how she managed to get Ghislaine in jail and she's still walking around.
Hold that thought. We're going to come back to Naomi. Real quick, Jack, I have to ask you, you spoke on R. Kelly.
Yeah.
His daughter, I believe it might be out by the time this comes out, but his daughter has something to say about her father, a secret that she kept about her father that made her say, I'll never bring your grandchildren around you because of something that may have happened that conspired between them two. For her,
Basically, she's alleging that her father lost his control with her.
basically, that's what she's alleging. And again, I don't know where it's going. She hasn't said it, but she's gonna say it, I assume. But when you hear stories like that, where obviously this secret has been held since she was a child, and she's a woman now, and she's saying, I didn't want to believe it about my father until it happened to me.
It happened to me.
Like, how many of these stories you feel exist?
Lots, on lots, on lots. Everything that you just said is everything that I experienced in my own family. My sister Lachelle hates me and is working with trans Rena Kibi against me because she's upset that our mother was single when she was born and used to drop her off with our uncle Candyman, who was a child pedophile. And everyone knew it. And my mother kept dropping her off there. And he kept sexually assaulting her. And when I asked my mom why she did something so stupid like that when everyone knew what he was, she said, well, he's my dad's baby brother. And my daddy would have killed him if he did anything to my baby. And I said, you know what? That was, wow.
Everybody got somebody like that in their family. Yeah.
Because a predator is a predator. They don't care about their punishment. They just want to get their fix in, see? Yeah. Like I know drug addicts who rob drug dealers knowing they're going to come back and hurt them and hit them and shoot them and not care because the drugs are so good and they so numb, they just going to take that beating. They done already got what they wanted. It's an addiction.
They made again, we just spoke on it last time. They made a whole song, called Uncle Chester, Mama, Mama, Please Don't Leave. Because Chester's gonna put his hands on me.
Yeah.
Do you feel like society is still turning a blind eye?
Of course they are. They're still letting their children watch TV. If society really gave a shit, they would turn off the televisions. They would take away the phones. Their children's minds, they are being groomed around the clock. All of the stuff that our kids see on the internet and the parental stuff, it's so easy to get around. Your mom puts a parental lock on yours, so then you call a friend and then you find out, you get another email address and just create another one and lie about your age and now you there.
Yeah. It increases the curiosity. Oh, this is locked? Oh, we're gonna work around it.
Exactly. So if parents are still making their children's victims of the internet, clearly they're not paying attention to the fact that they're setting them up to be groomed. Families are making kids victims with the shows they watch, the music they listen to, the video games they play. It's a young man that just beheaded his father because he said he was an enemy of the country. Is it true? Could be. Is that boy crazy? Could be. Did he do a good thing? Could be. All of those things could be true at the same time. Why is no one in this country talking about that? There's people just, they're losing their minds out here.
Yeah, let me ask you, and you shouted out Zoe Kravitz on Pierce Morgan in the Blink Twice movie.
Yeah.
And of course you gave us a breakdown on our own channel. Go watch that as far as the breakdown of that. But one thing I want to ask you as far as in the Blink Twice movie, with Channing Tatum's, I don't want to call it his demise, were you satisfied with the ending in which, please, explain.
I would have done the exact same thing she did.
Become the wife.
The truth is, in my own way, I have. She already knows that the system is set up to not believe her, to work against her. She already knows she's a Black woman and that her word against a white man still means nothing. But if the white man is vouching for us, and if she's the one that's influencing what's happening behind the scenes. See, the only way you have a problem with the ending of that movie is if you don't understand power and control.
We would like to see the puppet master.
If you want to keep from getting your strings pulled, you better learn how to pull some strings yourself.
Bars.
And all of the women that she saved by locking him down. And it cut off the head of that hydra, of that nasty little network of abusers.
So not expose it, but control it?
Yeah. I mean, you can expose, and y'all can look through my life and everything that you've seen happen since we all started working together. What happens with exposures? You make yourself vulnerable to all kinds of attacks, seen and unseen.
Yeah, that's facts.
But what if I had decided to go back with my head held low and said, Sean, I'm willing to play the game. And then found a way to get inside of him and move him around. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
She made sure that her victimizer could never victimize her or anyone else again. So the people that saw that as offensive buy into the bullshit. They buy into the belief that this shit is fair. Let's just be real. How the hell is any of this shit we're talking about actually happening in real life without the authorities knowing about it, having some knowledge of it, and no control of stopping
it? You pay off the police.
Yeah, but why is it being said that police have been paid off, authorities have been paid off, it's being proven that people are being paid off, and there's no major news story about those police officers being investigated, about those people being arrested, about those people being shut down? Why is qualified immunity creating blanket coverages for perverts in and out of the system? They got hip-hop cops and none of these motherfuckers seen those kids? You got fucking 15 different people in the past 10 years go and do interviews with Vlad, calling themselves hip-hop cops. Y'all saw none of this. And you didn't go and take any of this to the higher-ups. You didn't take it to the commissioner. You didn't take it to the police oversight committee. Why is it just falling on the bad guys? Why isn't it falling on? I mean, honestly, if we really take an honest look at all of this that's going on, it's making the American justice system and our police force look totally inept.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life, it ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life street stars.